Hey everyone, it's CL, and today I just kind of wanted to vlog just a little bit to show you all what I'm up to, and also it makes me feel a little better because honestly I've been living here for about 7 days in my new place, and I feel like I'm kind of having a hard time adjusting, which is strange, you know. It's not like this place is totally unfamiliar with me. I have frequented Manhattan plenty of times to where I feel comfortable going around on my own and figuring out where things are, but I just feel like it's not quite home yet, and I don't know if it's because it's still new. Like, I've only been in my place for 7 days. Maybe it's like an anxiety thing because I don't necessarily do well with change, but I'm very adaptable, you know. Like, I feel like I am home, but it doesn't feel like home. It feels more like a Airbnb, like an Airbnb of a family member, you know. I'm sure that sounds strange, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. And it's not like this place is bad. We live in a very nice place as far as area. It's very safe. Our home is nice, you know. Now that our things are here, it's feeling a lot nicer than when we first moved in. And then I guess one of my struggles too is like all these little things are like grating on my nerves. Like, of course the space here is a lot smaller than our last place. Our last place was open concept and it was just huge in comparison. It might as well have been a mansion, right? But now that we are in Manhattan, of course space is very limited, and for what we have, it is pretty big for what is generally offered around here, right? But small things are getting my nerves, especially when it comes to like the kitchen. The kitchen is not open concept. It's very, very small, tiny, closed-in kitchen. It doesn't even have like a vent for the stove, so every time I try to cook, the smoke alarm goes off, and it's just a mess, and it's annoying me. And since it is such a small and narrow kitchen, and you know I have like broad shoulders, right? I feel like I'm bumping into everything, and it's just smaller. And I know I sound like a spoiled brat, but it's just adapting to the change is a little hard, you know, because I was so used to such a big open space as far as the kitchen is concerned in my last place, that I felt like I had a lot of room where I can like twirl around. I can go grab things from various ends of the kitchen, and here is like if I turn the wrong way unexpectedly, I will like knock everything off of the counter. If I don't prepare ahead of time and like open up all the windows and crack open our door, I will like set off the smoke alarm. And something smells weird right now, so I smell something weird. I'm not sure what it is. And it's like weird smells too, like little things grate on my nerves. I'm like, what is that smell? Because I think everyone does it. Everyone cracks their door open when they cook. So even then, like smoke from other apartments, when they cook, it comes in here, which is fine. But it's just like small little things, you know. And even though we live really, really high up in our building, all the other buildings around us are also high up, so when like construction workers need to like put in a new glass pane in the window in the building nearby, it's like really loud. So I'm just kind of complaining right now because I'm having a hard time adjusting. To me, it feels like I'm having a hard time adjusting to specifically my new place, and I hope it gets better. And maybe it's also because I feel like I'm doing nothing but spending money. I'm still spending money like every day trying to get situated, and since it is a smaller space, I'm like buying all these like organization things to kind of utilize the space better. So it, like, my bank account right now hates me, so I just, and even another thing too, like we went to the library that's closest to us, because you know that's the one we will frequent the most because it's the one that's closest by us, right? And even the library, I like the library. It has a really good children's section, but for that library they mostly just offer like mysteries and YA, and it's not as big as a selection for adults as my last library. And it's like small things like that that I miss about my old place. And of course I can go to like a different library branch to have more of a selection, which is fine, but it's just like those small things, you know. But other than that, and what else though? Oh yeah, and when it comes to like spending money, and I don't mean to sound like I'm cheap, but I'm definitely not rich, you know. But even that, like, it's too convenient around here as far as like where to eat. Everywhere you go, there's like a million different selections of where to eat, and you know, I have I am a very tempted person when it comes to food, so I have been like eating breakfast. Sorry, I'm shaking you. I've been eating breakfast like every day at these various different places just because I want to try them and just because I see them every day. And like even this morning I went to breakfast with my kid and we had like a couple of omelets before we went to the park, and it's just, I know that that is more self-control, but I think I am so tempted. I just want to try everything. When it comes to food, I just want to try everything that is around me, and I really need to slow down because that can get very expensive very fast. And what else has kind of been grating on my nerves? No, not grating on my nerves, but just like different, right? So when we went to the park, it's really nice around here in the sense like everything's close by. The park is literally very, very close by, just a few steps away. But even when we went to the park with my kid, she likes to feed the pigeon. She likes to feed the pigeons. So at our old place, the park closest to us, you know, she would like crumble up a little bit of crackers and she'd throw it on the floor, and it was cute, like the little birds would eat, and it was very relaxing and calm. We went to the park here and she threw like a little piece of cracker at like for one of the birds, and then it turned into that horror movie Birds, where all these pigeons out of every tree around us swarmed in on this tiny little cracker, and it was kind of scary. I'm like, okay, well maybe we can't feed the pigeons anymore because it's a little bit too intense around here. So small things like that. And it is still new around here, and like, you know, small, you know, I'm a little bit homesick, I guess. Like, even though this is now my home, I'm a little bit homesick of my other place. My daughter is too. Like, I miss my gym that I used to go to back at our old place. Like, it was really relaxing for me to like walk to the gym and like take my time at the gym, and it was like affordable. Like here, the gyms I was looking at, the one in particular that I was really looking at, it seems nice, but it's like $300 a month, and I just can't justify paying that much when I'm not gonna go every day. I can only go, if I was to pay that, I would want to go every day for at least like a couple hours a day, and so I can't justify paying that kind of price for a gym membership, and you know, so I miss going to the gym. I miss having that routine, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I feel like I don't have a routine yet, and that's why I feel a little bit out of place, I guess. I'm still trying to get adjusted. And even with my kid, you know, she's trying to get adjusted too, and she's really anxious. And not only that, like, my kid no longer believes my lies. Like, she really wants a dog, and I want one too, but it's just not realistic for us to have one right now. And I would tell her, I didn't want to break her heart and be like, no, you can never get a dog, but I was like, oh well, maybe in our next place, because when we first moved in, I was like, well, this place, our apartment complex, doesn't really allow pets, so we can't really get a dog. And then that went downhill very fast, because it turns out we live like in Dogtown, because everybody has a dog around here. And like, my daughter is very quick to point it out. She's like, you said we're not allowed to have dogs, and then she sees like 5 dogs get off the elevator. She sees the dog walker go to the various units to pick up the dogs that he's gonna walk. So even my kid is calling me out on stuff, so oh well. But what I do like is that there's a farmer's market. I really like the farmer's market. It's really nice and relaxing to go to. But and that's like every Saturday just around the corner, so I'm really enjoying that. So anyways, earlier today I went to Bed Bath & Beyond and bought a bunch of stuff, spent more money, but I'll go ahead and do a little bit of a haul, share with you all what I ended up buying, and yeah. Alright, I got 2 of these memory foam bath mats 2 of these floor lamps because the lighting isn't the greatest in here. I got a new rice cooker. I got a little vertical storage organizer. I'm gonna put this at the side of the bed and hopefully I can stack some books on there. Now I just got a bunch of little things like this. I was going to try to hang it up somewhere and put like my hairbrushes in there because I have a lot of little things that just don't have a place. Like the drawer and cabinet space is just really limited. Deodorant. I've been using that a lot because I've been sweating every day trying to carry all this stuff home. Q-tips, just basic home things. And I got a wok. I really wanted the bigger one, but I ended up getting the smaller one just because it was cheaper, and the bigger one was like really expensive. So I went with this 8-inch one. It will still get the job done. And then I just got a few more bathroom necessities, like some facial moisturizer. This black mask thing I want to try because I've seen on other channels that people were using it, and I wanted to see if it worked. It's supposed to like get your blackheads out of your face? I don't know. Got a bunch of these hook thingies that are supposed to not damage your wall. I got this for my makeup brushes because my makeup brush holder that I was using broke during the move. And what else did I get? I got some Burt's Bees lip gloss. And I got this little mirror just to carry around in my bag because one thing, I have been sweating up a storm and I feel like when I interact with people I look like a sweaty mess. So I just got this mirror so I can just see like, okay, do I look fine or do I look like a crazy person? So yep, picked up this cheap little mirror at Bed Bath & Beyond. So this is my current haul of what I got this time around. And I also ordered stuff from Amazon. We're also ordering groceries from like Google Express. So as you can imagine, I have done nothing but spend money, and I keep on spending money, and I hope by next month and maybe the next week I will stop spending crazy amounts of money.